All right.
And I have a movement called Who Speaks For Me project because people don't talk about women who are incarcerated.
Can you speak into the mic? We can't hear you.
I have a project called Who Speaks For Me because people don't talk about women who've been incarcerated or who are incarcerated. And I spent 4.5 years in federal prisons. This is called Next Year, This Time. In 2013, I sat in the common area of the secure female facility, Hazleton, SFF Hazleton, surrounded by over 150 women. I watched as they waited to heat up their Thanksgiving meals in the microwaves. Food that had been put together ahead of time for us, so that staff did not have to wait around and allow us to eat a warm meal because they needed to get home for their holiday with their family. I sat with my large turkey leg. They were too cheap and lazy to make us grilled turkey, and a bunch of other crap that had been carefully prepared and thrown together in styrofoam containers. Suddenly, it hit me, and I sang out at the top of my lungs, "This is my last Thanksgiving in prison." And all the women started to clap, and some of them started to announce it was their last Thanksgiving as well. The countdown began. On my birthday, this is my last birthday in prison. Christmas, Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, you get the picture. The Federal Bureau of Prisons has these, I left it on the table, these MP3 players that they sell you. They're high cost, they're scandalous to the inmates. And you can download music. I had downloaded Diana Ross's I'm Coming Out and Biggie Smalls version of this as well. So a month before I got out of prison, you could hear me on the compound singing, and I don't have a voice. I'm coming out. I want the world to know. Got to let it show. There's a new me coming out. I just want to live. And then when I felt like I had swag, and even the white girls told me I didn't have swag and I was white, I would do Biggie Smalls version. B-I-G-P-O-P-P-A, no info for the DEA, federal agents mad because I'm flagrant. And the DEA had nothing to do with me, they really didn't care. I did this all the way up until the moment I left. And they do these controlled movements in the prison. And everyone knew I had been singing, I'm coming out. And when they did the movement, the RDAP program, the Residential Drug Abuse Program, that you can get into if your attorney is smart enough to tell you that, to pretend like you have drug addiction when they do your when they interview you before you get sentenced, but no one coached me on that to say that I had an addiction, so I can get 18 months off. Anyway, they were doing a move, and they all remembered me as I was taking this long card out, and they were singing as I left prison, I'm coming out. I want the world to know. Got to let it show. There's a brand new me, and I want to live. I was released from prison on June 26, 2014, and my brother picked me up. On September the 15th, 2015, I was arrested just outside the psychiatric ward of George Washington Hospital. I had been sent there a week before because I found out that someone had lied about my whereabouts. Even though I was in a transitional home and I had a GPS monitor on me, they had coordinated with the Federal Bureau of Prisons and dismissed me from the hospital. 2 federal agents, as I stepped out of the ward, pointed guns at me and said, on the ground, and because I just felt weird and I'm a little off, I was like, am I being punked? And they were like, no, on the ground. And I'm like, I'm not getting on the ground. So they put me on the wall, they handcuffed me, they shackled me, they put me in a wheelchair, they rolled me out, and they took me to jail. They took me to CCA, which is where the women are housed in DC, the Corrections Corporation of America. It's a private jail. This was September the 15th. On November the 2nd, I was called into the case manager's office, and she said, you have a call from the regional director of the BOP. This is what he told me. Well, Miss Nuevelle, we made a mistake. So we're gonna let you go back to the halfway house. I was in the case manager's office and I began to weep. But then I just got angry and I was like, what do you mean you made a mistake? You didn't make a mistake. You did the bidding of someone else and harmed me. When you let me go? December the 1st. Not only did he admit to making a mistake, he refused to let me leave before Thanksgiving. These things take time, he explained. I'll get you out before your birthday, before Christmas. How does that sound? And I said, it sounds like bullshit. Your case involves He gave me this warning. Your case involves some complexities and important people, and you need to be careful. DC is small, and we made a mistake, but you need to be careful. And I said, why don't you just say it? Say the truth. Admit what really happened. His response, we cannot have this conversation on the phone, but please be careful. Then he hung up. In 2014, I spent Thanksgiving incarcerated at CCA. I was not bitter or frightened, but very suicidal. I had served over 4.5 years unjustly in prison, and at that time I had no legal expertise on my side or allies or advocates, but I survived. What made the rearrest so emotionally debilitating was that someone chose to play politics with my life. The mistake robbed me of my freedom and joy of the year before, in which I believed I was spending my last Thanksgiving incarcerated. I'm coming out. Re-entry is not only about freedom, it is about survival. And there is no such option of next year this time for those of us who've been incarcerated and are returning home. We don't even know about tomorrow. After incarceration, we literally live hour to hour. In an hour, your job can be taken from you. In an hour, you can be walking down the street to the store to buy some candy and be arrested, and 2 months later told, sorry, our bad. We citizens who return from jails and prisons, we walk on eggshells. We do not ask when the shoe will fall, but when it hits, will we be able to sustain the damage and get up and keep moving forward? I do not focus on next year this time. This is what I know. I spent this past Thanksgiving, after 6 years of separation with my best friend Erin and her son in Santa Cruz, California. This year, at this time, I am in the moment and honoring the love and struggles and successes. I'm coming out. Knowing the challenges and obstacles that will forever be a part of my life and those of returning citizens. I went to prison, but the freedom I lost was more than the time I served. I lost my freedom to believe in tomorrow, but I know this truth. This year, at this time, I just want to live. There's a brand new me.